Accomplished both the physical and mental workouts. Now is the time to learn more about these things and become a true warrior. Welcome back onto the channel. Today I wanted to talk about Way of the Warrior Kid, where there's a will by Jocko Willink and illustrated by John Bozak. Again, this book hasn't failed to surprise me. It has many universal contents just like other two books. So Jocko Willink, as I described in my previous two book reviews, he's a leadership instructor. He's a retired US Navy SEAL. He has an experience of 20 years in a Navy SEAL, and he wrote these books for kids, but it is recommended for adults too. So if you haven't seen my previous two book reviews, let me tell you a brief summary of those two books. So in the first book, Mark was totally a wimp. So Uncle Jake arrived and made Mark physically strong. So in the second book, Mark was physically strong but emotionally weak. So Uncle Jake helped Mark to be emotionally strong. And in the third book, Mark is physically and mentally strong, but there's more to be learned, and Uncle Jake arrives and solves all the problems faced by Mark. So just for the detailed analysis of those books, you have to watch the video. The link is in the description below. Check out the description. So without any further ado, let's jump into today's book review. In the storyline, I wanted to talk about the writing style of this series. So the writing style of this series, just as I have described in my previous two book reviews, is super duper easy, which allows even the youngest of the kids to read these books. There are no overcrowding of the characters. There are only two main characters, namely Uncle Jake and Mark. And the third one will be the friend of Mark, of course. So let's see the third one in this. Mark had a great 7th grade until the last 3 days. But Mark shouldn't have any complaint. He worked hard, he studied hard, and even Nathan and Kenny, his friends, also participated in jiu-jitsu. And the main thing was, he stayed in the warrior kid path for almost 3 years. But the problem is Danny. Danny Reinhardt is a new kid who enrolled in the school, and it's like whatever Mark does, Danny does 10 times better than Mark in each and every activity. Danny runs faster, Danny does more pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups, and he does some moves in jiu-jitsu which Mark doesn't know how to solve. So Danny, on top of that, he's also smart and he is really nice, very nice, and Mark couldn't bear it anymore and he was really jealous of Danny. So before Danny arrived, Mark always boasts about himself. He says that I am the best, and the whole school think about it. But when Danny arrived, Mark's own friends saw Danny with awe and they appreciated Danny. So now Mark was going on crazy. It was driving him crazy and he didn't know what he could do. But luckily, there comes his Uncle Jake, the savior of Mark. Now comes the third time, and Mark thought that Uncle Jake will solve the problems, but of course Uncle Jake will not solve the problems. He'll only change Mark's attitude, and he changed it. So Uncle Jake arrived. Mark told Uncle Jake that, Uncle Jake, I have a really problem at running. So Uncle Jake asked Mark that, what's the problem with your running? So Uncle Jake made Mark to run 1 mile and then come back. And when Mark arrived, he told Uncle Jake that, Uncle Jake, I have put my whole effort in this. I can't bear it anymore. I can't do it anymore. So what Uncle Jake said, you guys know? No, you haven't put your whole energy. If you put your whole energy, then you will not stand on your toe legs. And if you put your whole energy, you will not talk with me. So it means that you followed your ego and you were in your comfort zone. So Mark had a question mark in his face. He didn't know what comfort zone is and he had no idea about it. So Uncle Jake slowly explained Mark, and Mark got to understand and realized his mistake and he tried to solve it. So just to motivate Mark, Uncle Jake made a target to Mark that Mark has to run 1 mile within 6 minutes by the end of the summer. So Mark thought that this was impossible, but whatever Uncle Jake says, that is possible and there must be some advantage behind it. So Danny and Mark, they weren't friends till now. They tried becoming friends and tried, and one time Danny made a move on Mark which is called as omoplata, and Mark kind of yelled. So if you yelled in Jujitsu, then it means that you got hurt and the opponent, which is Danny, will get out of the tournament. So this is not a tournament, this is just a trial match, and Mark just woke up and he pretended that he was hurt. So Danny was a really nice kid. He went behind Mark and tried to make him comfortable, and Coach Adam also came with an ice cubes and made Mark to calm down. So when Uncle Jake, he's a really clever guy. He knew that Mark has cheated, and he made Mark to apologize with Danny and Coach Adam. So Danny, as he's a really nice kid, he told that no, that's not a problem. I also did it many times. So come on, let's see what you got, and let's fight again. So they did it again and again, and Mark also showed a move which is called a loop choke to Danny, and he also teach Danny how to defend it. So Danny also showed to Mark, which is omoplata, the move which Danny used to make Mark yell. So, and Danny also showed how to defend it, and it is kind of awesome. Now they were sharing their moves and they became friends at last. So on the same day, after they shared their moves, Mark asked that would Danny love to join in Mark's medical smoothing, the job which Mark has. But Danny said in a disappointing tone that sorry, but I can't. But when Mark asked why, Danny said that I just have to hang around with my brother whose name is Anthony. So to describe Anthony is elder brother of Danny, and he has a developmental syndrome, meaning that physically he is a grown up, but mentally has mind of a child. So that is the reason why Danny was spending more time with his brother. But Mark didn't know this, and he started judging on Danny. So that is one of the problems which he faces in the summer, and Uncle Jake teaches Mark that you should not judge the people before you could know what they are really facing. So Mark went to Danny's house and he got to know about Anthony, and he was really sorry for Danny. And in this book too, there was Jujitsu tournament, and in this tournament there was a single elimination tournament, meaning that if you lost one time, then you're out of the tournament, and you will not play again in the same tournament on the same day. So in the first match, except Nathan, everyone went to the finals, and in the semi-finals, everyone except Kenny Williamson, everyone went to the finals. So in the finals, there are only 3 left, who is Nora and Mark and Danny. So these 3 people won gold medal, and they were excited and happy. And Danny's brother, who is Anthony, was more excited of all. And he started shouting, "Yay! There are double winners here! Look here!" And he started appreciating them. And Mark just changed his mood, and he gave his gold medal to Anthony, and even Danny did. So Danny told to Anthony that you are the double winner. So Anthony asked, "Really?" He was speechless, and then he said, "Yay, I'm a double winner!" And he started jumping and dancing all around, and that was happy to see. And Uncle Jake was proud of Mark for this. So the next day, just after the Jujitsu tournament, Uncle Jake said to Mark that this was the day. This was the day when Mark has to break the limit. This was the day when Mark had to run 1 mile within 6 minutes. So Mark kind of giving an excuse that Uncle Jake, I'm so tired. Uncle Jake, I'm so tired about the Jujitsu tournament, and I couldn't bear it anymore. We did many warm-ups, pull-ups, push-ups just to become strong and to fight our enemies. So what Uncle Jake said, you guys know? No, that's it, no. So Mark had to do it, and he did it. And Uncle Jake also told a punishment given to the Navy SEAL people when they were running, and that was spectacular. But it is also a torturous experience. So what you had to do is that you had to run, you had to swim in the ocean for a while. Yep, that's okay. And you have to come out of the ocean and roll on the sand, and that just makes you like a sugar cookie. So this punishment is known as sugar cookie. Though that's not all. It also forms scrapes in your hands and legs which cause bleeding, and it will hurt you painfully, and you have to stay like that in the same position until the day ends. So this, you can understand that how the Navy SEAL people are pushed off their limits by this. So Uncle Jake just told this to motivate Mark and made him to do more. And Uncle Mark did it, and he did it in 5 minutes 53 seconds, 1 mile running. So Uncle Jake was happy, and it lit a smile on his face, and Mark was happy too. So this is a happy ending in this book, and this just teaches many values just as those two books. So there are two values which you learn throughout the series. In the first value, and the first value is humble. You should be humble with your opponents, and the next value is to be kind. Of course, these two are followed in the whole series. And the another one is you should not judge the people before you could know what they are really facing, and you should not follow your ego, and you should not even listen to your ego. It is a small voice in your head which tells you that you are the best and nobody is better than you. So Mark followed his ego, and that is the reason why he was facing a great problem, and he was jealous of Danny. So the next problem is jealousy. You should not be jealous of your friends. It's just an easy part. You should not listen to your ego, and of course you will not be jealous. So you learn many things from this book just as this. So I hope you guys will read this series. These series are the great books, and they teach you many values that you will not learn in any other book. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to click that like button and press the subscribe button and press the bell icon. And stay tuned for my next updates. I may be coming with a new book or a new series. That's up to you find out. Press the subscribe button and press the bell icon. And until then, stay in the warrior kid, stay as a warrior kid, stay in the warrior kid path, and be always a warrior kid. So goodbye.